It is Transporter Upgrade Day, and today we're fitting the Colite 40-inch Polar Bear Series single row light bar with amber and white DRLs. Now, because we only had these roof bars on it at first, and I didn't actually have the crossbars, so to get this to fit on, I've had to buy the crossbars. Not only have I had to buy the crossbars, but I've also had to buy a dual cable seal from Scanstrut. So we're going to put all this together, and I've enlisted the help, which if you've watched these videos, it's not even enlisting the help, it's just Mark's doing it from Van Docks. So we're up here in Carlisle again, but we're going to get this Colite fitted to the Transporter and just upgrade those lights, just so when we go camping and things like that, or just anywhere really, just on any UK country road. So this is the Colite 40-inch Polar Bear Series light bar. This is going to be mounted onto these crossbars, onto the front of the Transporter, and then we've not decided yet about where we're going to mount the switches and stuff like that, but that is the job for today. Everything's going to be equidistant, but this is kind of how we're going to have to mount this bar on here. All these brackets with this bar, so like these brackets here.
You do get other ones as well, you get these ones as well.
Yeah, you get those as well.
On the ends if you wanted to, but this is the best option for...
Yeah, so if you're doing this installation yourself and you've got these crossbars, you can kind of forget about the end brackets and just concentrate on these ones. Now those rake as well, so they'll turn up and down, so you can move the angle of the light bar. But I suppose it's just dependent on what roof bar system you've got on your van. But these lights are E-certified, so that means that they can be used on British roads and things like that. Yeah. Really looking forward to getting these on and testing them out. Kind of overcast today as well, which is probably the worst weather we've had for a couple of days. It's been nice, so yeah, hopefully on the way home I can give them a bit of a blast and we can see how good they are. The only other thing to mention, actually, I should mention, shouldn't I, Mark? The bolts. So the bolts that come standard with these, with this bar, are slightly too short.
Yeah, that's what comes with it.
Yeah.
And I just happen to have those in my toolbox, which is 10-15mm extra, which is what we need to get through here.
So I've gone for the aero bars for the crossbars for the T6, the turtle ones. So I think I'll put a picture of those in, but those bolts are just slightly too short, so we've had to get that. So just remember 10-15mm longer bolts if you're going through the aero bars. So this is now mounted here, and like we said before, this bracket here is actually raked, so you can change the angle of the Colite. The only thing we've got to put back in here is the rubber bit, because otherwise, on the motorway, all I'll hear is all the way along. So the rubber bit's got to go back in there now. So before, when we was putting these in, we got them in the end there, and we were like trying to shove them along, and that really hurts. And then we found out that actually if you just put them in there and just push it down, they clip in quite easily. So there's a tip for the day. If you've got these aero bars and you're going to put the rubber in between your light bar, just push them in. Don't try shifting them all the way along. So that is the light bar mounted to the aero roof bars. Just put the end caps on. That's how it is there. And then here, you can see here, hopefully you can see, those are the brackets, and they actually come with the light, which with some light companies, they'll send you the lights out, but then they don't send you the brackets. And then you've got to search around on Google and all of the different websites to find the right brackets. But that is on. And like I say, that once these bits are on here, you can actually rake this and change the angle of that light. Colite, check them out. And at the end of the video I will put on, but if you are a caddy boy or a caddy girl, we have got a 15% discount code available to you guys. Watch the rest of the video and I'll put it on the screen for you. these aero bars, they are not a major faff, but you've just got to get the right distance with these brackets to make sure that you're both in. As Mark adjusting the rake, I keep mentioning rake, I think it's a new word I've just learned. It is aiming down a little bit. Do you want me to undo my side? Now you have got other options with these, and there are some brackets that you can bolt through these pillars here and then have the light bar across there. And I could have done that, but I'm just not confident enough to do it. So these are probably a little bit set back, but I do actually prefer it like that because that's how I want it to be. And then I think you'll be surprised at how much these can light the roads up when they're on. I think it's looking cool now. Mark's just actually going to tighten up the actual brackets because they were a little bit loose. We hadn't tightened them up. We thought we'd get it on here first and make sure we had it right and everything before we did this bit. But then we just make it a little bit harder for ourselves at this point, don't we? But that is the obligatory. Not going nowhere that. Not going nowhere that, lad. So that is now mounted on the top of the T6 with these brackets. Like I say, they came in the kit with this light. We've got the electrics to get connected up now. To help us with that, we've got the scan strut, which I showed you earlier on, which I got this off THQ, I think. Probably THQ. And there are some discount codes, Chambers 5 and UAO 5. So you get a tiny little bit of a discount on those. But that is going to be for the cables to go into the roof void and then connect it up so we don't get any leaks. So now it's time to fit the scan strut, and that's going to allow those cables to go into the roof void and then we can connect them up. So we've also got this bit out here, a little cable going through, so the space actually on this side, because if you've seen the other parts of the build, it's everything's more in the centre console bit. So this is coming through here, and then we can connect it in from this side. You don't get a lot of cable. That's all the cable you get, so you've got to make the most of it, basically. There's no other options, is there? You've got to drill through your roof at some point, haven't you? I just hope if I ever come to sell this transporter that someone's all right with there being scan struts on the roof and they don't question why. But to say that, it'd go with all the lights anyway. The scan strut in and then find out where it's going to come through in the roof void then. So that's it now, that's where the scan strut is going. So this is the scan strut installation. Now, there probably are other brands compared to scan strut, I don't know, but these just seem to be the ones that are everywhere. I think they're made for boats initially, but I've used these before. Mark's got a couple on his van, and these are just ideal if you need to get some cables into your roof just to make that watertight seal.
And we know they don't leak.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, we've tried and tested.
Yeah.
The old scan struts. So those cables are now in that, which will run into the roof void, and we can start connecting them up. And to be fair, they don't look a mess, do they? They look pretty tidy, don't they? I mean, you know, if you've got something like this on your roof, you know you're going to have to go through the roof at some point, and I think these look pretty tidy. Like I say, there's one in the back for future-proofing for some solar, and this one is to connect these cables up. Cable tie, yeah. Sweet. That's cable tied up there. Cables are run through here. They've run down through this bit here, through into here, and then down, coming out here. So we've got this switch.
So that's positive and negative, so we need a positive and negative supply, so we can do two things. We can either take a fuse bar under there,
Yep.
or we can take it through the engine bay, so that's probably the easiest route. And then you put the switch here.
Well, I'm always about work smart, not hard, so I'd go for the easiest route. The switch, can we not replace the switch with that?
Yeah, we could just put the switch on there.
So it's easy access. So this is an old switch that from previous, and we don't know what it did. That's a bit of a lucky, potentially lucky shortcut. Now, not everyone's gonna obviously have that. With these lights, you do come with all the cable, the looms, and it does have a switch there. So you have got that. It's just that we've obviously got this one, so there is potential that we can save ourselves some time and effort if that is live. So far Mark has put all this back, he's run all the cables through there, through to the main fuse board here. Those are all in there now, connected. We have left the DRL, it's the white and the amber cable, isn't it, up here? Just because,
Just for now, till we get more time.
yeah, when we get more time, and also because of the switch panel that I've got, and I have got some more lights coming up in another video, which I'm going to install, and then we can put them all on the switch panel. There's no point doing it one at a time, might as well do them all at once. So those are all in now, all connected. The switch is here, that's installed and now live. So it is just a case of testing.
It's on your ignition, so
It's on my ignition, so
put your key in and try it if you want.
put the key in and try it, shall we? Keys in the ignition. Press the... And that's still got the cover on it, and it's broad daylight. That's well bright. That's well good. So yeah, we need to pull the cover off it because it's got a film on it at the minute. Oh, 1 second, let's see if I can get this film off. Whoa. There we go. Has it gone off? Is it still on? Angle of the dangle. Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's on the switch there. Boom! Colite 40-inch Polar Bear Series light bar, DRL, amber and white, and there is a discount code. It's CB15, and that is for all Caddy Boys, 15% off products from Colite. So go and check them out. Link in the description below, because this is a good piece of kit. What I'm going to try and do is try and let it go dark, and I'll give a proper test. I'll do that when I'm at home. I know the perfect location, Sainsbury's car park. That's where I always end up testing any of the lights out. So I'll do that a bit later on. So I thought I'd come somewhere pretty dark to show you the capabilities of this Colite Polar Bear Series light bar. And the problem is with living in the suburbs of Manchester is everywhere's got street lights. Like there's street lights everywhere. So it's really difficult to come somewhere completely dark. But I found this little location, and some of the eagle-eyed amongst you might recognise it from this is where we was taking pictures of Mark's R32 caddy. I thought I'd show you this light bar, and it is insane. Look at that. It is absolutely crazy. It's so bright. I mean, this is, we are pretty light here. You know, there's lights there, there's lights all over the place, but this is pretty light. And one big thing about this is no light escapes from the sides here, so it's all directed forwards, which is part of the E mark, I think. So yeah, that's like one of the big things with this light here is none of this light escapes from the side. Look at that, sorry. That is insane. It pumps out a right amount of light. So that is, in fact, I'll go back into the light. Sorry. Show every wrinkle up on my face. But that is the Colite Polar Bear Series DRL light bar. There is a discount code, CB15, and you'll end up with 15% discount on that. And they are reasonably priced in the first instance as well. So, you know, an extra 15% off. But yeah, look at that. And just to show you, like I say, on the install, we've got it on a little button here, which I already had that button. So we did put the coal light button in, but it was fortunate that I already had like a button set up there anyway. Well, that's it. Off, on, off. It's just mentally bright. So yeah, that is the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have enjoyed it, like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.